TVC, the brand you trust.
Hello, how are you today? Hope you're hale and hearty. Today's VCD is a piece of cake. So, be all ears and don't be blind as a bat. Hale and hearty, piece of cake, be all ears, blind as a bat. Have you heard these words before? These are idioms. An idiom is a traditional phrase or a group of words that don't literally mean anything, but when put together can mean a lot. It makes the language interesting. Idioms have been used over the years by authors, and most readers of the English language are quite familiar with them. How many other such idioms do you know? Today we are going to find out just that. This sentence power VCD is a fascinating one, so make sure that you pay full attention to it. So, keep your mind free and open to absorb all of this. Best of luck.
Hi, welcome to another set of Sentence Power. Here are statements made by different people. You need to understand the meaning of the sentence and choose the correct option.
I would love to meet Sunita. The person enjoyed meeting Sunita. The person hasn't met Sunita. The correct answer is the second option. The person has not met Sunita and would love to meet her.
I regret having called them in the first place. The person was not regretful when she called them, but is now. The person had to call them and regretted it at the time. The correct answer is the first option. The person was not regretful when she called them, but is now.
Just imagine being caught in a tiny room with the dog all day. The person probably likes the dog. The person probably doesn't like the dog. The correct answer is the person probably doesn't like the dog.
I like cricket. Do you think the person is interested in trying the sport, or has the person already played the game? Both are correct, because either the person likes to watch the game or has probably played the game.
I'm sorry I let you down, Rohit. The person won't be able to keep an appointment. The person wasn't able to keep an appointment. The correct answer is the person wasn't able to keep an appointment.
I'm interested in knowing more about the game. The person has already started looking for information about the game. The person is probably going to start looking for information about the game. The correct answer is the person is probably going to start looking for information about the game because the person said, I'm interested in knowing more about the game.
I tried speaking to my local MP, but it was a waste of time. The person spoke to the MP. The person could not speak to the MP or spoke but could not get the job done. The correct answer is the second option. The person could not speak to the MP or spoke but could not get the job done.
She was spellbound to hear the news about Madhuri. The person heard the news. The person wanted to hear the news, but did not. The correct answer is the person heard the news and was spellbound to hear it.
I regret to say that the party has been called off. The person is breaking some bad news The bad news was already known to the listener. The correct answer is, the person is breaking some bad news.
A lot of customers have stopped buying from that shop. The shop has lots of customers at the moment. Or, the shop does not have many customers now. The correct answer is the second option. The shop does not have many customers now.
I'm thinking of taking a week off. The person has not made up his mind yet. The person has already made up his mind. The correct answer is the first option. The person has not made his mind up yet because the person is still thinking of taking a week off.
He stopped to smoke a cigar. He doesn't smoke any longer. He smokes. The correct answer is he smokes.
I heard Karthik and Sarita talk about it. The person probably didn't hear everything. The person probably heard everything. And the correct answer is, the person probably heard everything.
He tried to contact her on her mobile phone. He did not manage to speak to her. He managed to speak to her. The correct answer is, he did not manage to speak to her.
I remember telling them the story. The person told them, or the person is going to tell them. The correct answer is, the person told them the story and remembers doing so.
I tried talking to him face to face to see if that would work. The person spoke to him. The person was unable to speak to him. The correct answer is, the person spoke to him.
I forgot to deliver it. The person cannot remember whether she delivered it or not. Or, the person knows she did not deliver it. The correct answer is, the person knows she did not deliver it.
Well done. Let us move on. Here are some questions related to verbs. You have to choose between infinitives and gerunds.
For example, Manisha admitted part of the plan. Be is the verb, to be the infinitive, to being gerund. A verb ending in ing is a gerund. Which one would it be? Try it out this way. Manisha admitted be part of the plan. Manisha admitted to be part of the plan. Or Manisha admitted to being part of the plan. The third option is correct. All you have to do is choose the correct verb form in the following sentences.
Kavita wouldn't want to go back, an employee, now that she has her own business. Be, to being. Kavita wouldn't want to go back to being an employee now that she has her own business.
She confessed, done it. Have, to having. The correct answer is, she confessed to having done it.
We're well on our way. It. Complete, to completing. The correct answer is, we're well on our way to completing it.
I put my accomplishments down hard. Work, to working. The correct answer is, I put my accomplishments down to work hard.
Do not underestimate their support things going. You couldn't have managed without them. Get, to getting. The correct answer is, do not underestimate their support to get things going. You couldn't have managed without them.
He has gone back it the old way as the new system didn't work. Do, to do, to doing. The correct answer is, he has gone back to doing it the old way as the new system didn't work.
I object. Cheat, to cheating. The correct answer is, I object to cheating.
When it comes others, she's always ready. Help, to helping. The correct answer is, when it comes to helping others, she's always ready.
Mr. Mahapatra came close at him, but managed to control himself. Shout, to shouting. The correct answer is, Mr. Mahapatra came close to shouting at him, but managed to control himself.
In this next exercise, we will use the word remember. You have to choose whether the use of the infinitive is correct or it's gerund.
Did you remember it off before you left? Switching, to switch. Did you remember to switch it off before you left? So, to switch is the infinitive.
I remember smoke coming out of the chimney. Seeing, to see. The correct answer is, I remember seeing smoke coming out of the chimney.
If you remember doing something, you have already done it. True? False? The statement is true.
He thinks I forgot all about it, but I surely remember it. Seeing, to see. The correct answer is, he thinks I forgot all about it, but I surely remember seeing it. Here, seeing is the gerund.
The eyewitness remembers 3 men steal it. Seeing, to see. The correct answer is, the eyewitness remembers seeing 3 men steal it.
None of this would have happened if only I'd remembered them beforehand. Warning, to warn. The correct answer is, none of this would have happened if only I had remembered to warn them beforehand.
Do you remember her there? Being, to be. The correct answer is, do you remember her being there?
We're now going to study some idioms and understand the true meaning through this exercise. Idioms are phrases that mean something when used in a certain context.
Choose the correct answer. Do not worry if you don't know the answer. You can always wait for the correct answer, learn it, and watch this VCD again.
If something's a complete dog's dinner, it is a mess. True or false? The statement is true. So, the next time you see a mess, you can say, it is a complete dog's dinner.
Dog days are very cold winter days. True? False? The answer? false. It means the hottest days of the year.
Here is the next question. If someone is in the dog house, they are in disgrace. True or false? The statement is true.
If you have a dog-eared book, you have a new book. True? False? The statement is false. It means the corners of the book are folded with use.
If someone has a dog's life, they have a successful and happy life. True or false? The statement is false. It means their life is unhappy.
If you work like a dog, you don't do much. True? False? The statement is false. It means you work very hard.
People cooperate in a dog-eat-dog world. True or false? The statement is false. It means ruthlessly competitive.
A person with a hangdog expression looks unhappy and sorry for themselves. True? False? The statement is true. A hangdog expression is truly a sad look.
A person who acts like a dog in the manger is willing to share things with other people. True or false? The statement is false. It means a person who prevents others from using something.
If your boss says, "Go to the dogs," he is wishing you luck. True? False? The statement is false. He is saying, "I don't care, be ruined."
Idioms are very interesting. The ones we just did were based on dogs. Here are some based on fish. See if you can answer them correctly.
An important person is a fish. Big, cold. An important person is a big fish. So the next time you see an important person, you could label him Big Fish.
If you have more important things to do, you have to fry. Big fish, bigger fish, cold fish. The answer is bigger fish. So, when you have important things to do, you have bigger fish to fry.
Someone who drinks like a fish is very thirsty or has a problem with alcohol. The answer is he or she has a problem with alcohol. This idiom means that he or she drinks too much, drinks like a fish.
If you are like a fish out of water, you are coping well or struggling in an unfamiliar environment or unemotional. The correct answer is, if you are like a fish out of water, you are struggling in an unfamiliar environment.
Something that distracts people is a cold fish, big fish, red herring, bigger fish to fry. For example, in criminal cases, detectives are sometimes distracted by the clues which mislead them. Something that distracts people is a red herring.
If someone is fishing for compliments, she is indirectly seeking some appreciation, or cold and quiet, or queer. If someone is fishing for compliments, she is indirectly seeking some appreciation.
An unemotional person is a cold fish, a kettle of fish, or a big fish. The correct answer is an unemotional person is a cold fish.
If something is hard to categorize, it is a kettle of fish, neither fish nor fowl. The correct answer is, if something is hard to categorize, it is neither fish nor fowl.
If something is a pretty kettle of fish, it is very important, or an awkward state of affairs, or dead. Answer: if something is a pretty kettle of fish, it is an awkward state of affairs.
If something is fishy, it is confusing or suspicious. The correct answer is, if something is fishy, it is suspicious.
Well, let us see how well you know your food. The next set of questions are some idioms based on food. Choose the correct answer.
I don't like horror films. They are not my cup of coffee or tea. When you don't like something, you can say, it is not my cup of tea. The correct answer here is tea.
He was as cool as in court. It looked as if he was enjoying it. An ice cream, a cucumber, an ice cube. The correct answer is a cucumber. He was as cool as a cucumber.
She looks just like her sister. They are like in a pod. Beans, 2 peas, nuts. The answer? They are like 2 peas in a pod.
He wastes a lot of money. He spends it like wine, water. The correct answer is, he wastes a lot of money. He spends it like water.
The record is #1 in the charts. It's selling like hot potatoes, cakes. The correct answer is, the record is #1 in the charts and it's selling like hot cakes.
There are no hills for miles. It's as flat as a biscuit pancake. The correct answer is, there are no hills for miles. It's as flat as a pancake.
He's very sensitive, so people walk on when he's around. Eggs, crackers. The correct answer is, he's very sensitive, so people walk on eggs when he's around.
Which came first, the or the egg? Hen, chicken. The correct answer is, which came first, the chicken or the egg?
No one wants to get involved. It's become a hot cake potato. No one wants to get involved. It's become a hot potato.
She's in a coma on a life support machine. She's a complete fruit, vegetable. The correct answer is, she's in a coma on a life support machine. She's a complete vegetable.
Idioms are fun. They are like the famous muhavras you learn in Hindi. They are used only in a certain context. They are a set of words which may not mean anything at the first go, but when used in a particular situation can be hilarious or very important or even sad. Here are some idioms based on death.
If someone's a dead man walking, they are certainly going to be in a lot of trouble. True? False? That is true. If someone is in a lot of trouble, he is surely a dead man walking.
If someone falls on their sword, they escape punishment for something they have done wrong. True or false? Here, the correct answer is false, because if someone falls on their sword, they get their punishment for the wrong they did.
If someone has a skeleton in their closet, they have a secret about their past that they don't want people to know. True? False? The statement is true.
In English, we say that the pen is not mightier than the sword. True or false? The statement is false. We say that the pen is mightier than the sword.
If something is dead in the water, it will make progress. True? False? The statement is false. If something is dead in the water, it has failed.
If you are dead to the world, no one will listen to you. True or false? The statement is true.
If someone gives up the ghost, they die. True? False? The statement is true.
A grass widow is a woman whose husband is dead. True or false? The statement is false. A grass widow is someone who is a divorcee.
If something is a matter of life and death, there is no solution possible. True? False? The statement is false. It means a solution has to be found.
If someone is at death's door, they have died. True or false? The statement is false. It means that they are about to die.
Show me the money. Haven't we heard that somewhere before? Well, anyways, the next idiom exercise is based on money.
If someone makes a killing, they lose a lot of money. True or false? The statement is false. It means he has made a lot of money.
If someone has money to burn, they are very poor indeed. True? False? The statement is false. He has so much money that he can afford to burn some.
If you work for pin money, you are making a lot of money. True or false? The statement is false. It means very little money.
He is like a bad penny. Means he will never be good. He keeps coming back. Or it means he keeps coming back when he is not wanted. This statement means he keeps coming back like a bad penny.
Someone who is penny wise, pound foolish, does not waste money. True or false? The statement is false. He saves small amounts but wastes large amounts.
If you have finally understood something, the penny has dropped. True? False? The statement is true. It means it has taken you a long time to understand, but you have understood it.
If you can bet your bottom dollar on something, you cannot be sure whether it will succeed or not. True or false? The statement is false. It means I'm so sure it will work that I can place my last dollar on the bet.
If you say a penny for your thoughts, you mean your thoughts are worth a penny, you are wasting time, or share your thoughts with me. A penny for your thoughts means share your thoughts with me.
Now we're going to learn idioms and common terms based on nationalities. Let us go around the world. Choose the correct answer.
If what someone says is double Dutch, it is clear and easy to understand. True? False? The statement is false. It means it is not easy to understand.
If people walk in Indian file, they walk one behind the other. True or false? The statement is true.
If you don't understand something at all, it's all Greek to you. True? False? The statement is true.
If you go Dutch when paying for a meal, one person pays for everyone. True or false? The statement is false. It means everybody shares the bill.
If a rumor or story gets distorted as it gets told from person to person, it is a case of Chinese whispers. True? False? The statement is true. Chinese whispers mean rumors that go from one person to another which gets distorted.
A young Turk is a person who is eager for change in any organization. True or false? The statement is true.
A French leave is when someone is present when he is supposed to be on leave. True? False? The statement is false. When he takes leave without permission, he is on French leave.
If people play Russian roulette, they do something that is very risky. True or false? Two persons take turns to shoot themselves with a revolver. The revolver has only one bullet. So, every time he presses the trigger, he may or may not be shot. This is called Russian roulette. It is also a famous gamble. So the statement here is true.
If someone has Dutch courage, they are only brave because they have been drinking. True? False? The statement is true.
Idioms are based on number of things, even on numbers. Let's count the number of idioms on numbers. Choose the correct answer.
If something is done quickly, in a single period of activity and often ruthlessly, it is done in one swoop. Fell, foul. If something is done quickly in a single period of activity and often ruthlessly, it is done in one fell swoop.
A ballpark figure is a precise figure. True or false? The statement is false. A ballpark figure is an approximate figure.
If something is all at sixes and sevens, it is well organized. True? False? This statement is false. All at sixes and sevens means it is disorganized.
If you put and two together, you reach a correct conclusion from the facts available. 1 or 2. If you put 2 and 2 together, you reach a correct conclusion from the facts available.
If you stand 4 square behind someone, you give them steady support. True? False? The statement is true.
A double take is when something causes two problems at the same time. True or false? The statement is false. It means a delayed reaction to a situation.
If someone talks too much, they talk 13 to the dozen. True? False? The statement is true.
If someone is given the third degree, they are put under long and severe questioning to obtain information, especially by police. True or false? The statement is true. We all know that third degree torture is known term.
If you have a one-track mind, you are an expert in one subject or preoccupied with one subject. The correct answer is you are preoccupied with one subject.
Now fasten your seat belts because we are going to take a ride of a few idioms based on names of different places. Choose the correct answer.
If you make a Himalayan blunder, you make a serious error. True? False? You just made the Himalayan blunder. The statement is not false, it is true.
All roads lead to Rome means that there are many different ways of doing something. True or false? The statement is true.
If you take colds to you do something that is unnecessary. Bristol, Coventry, New York, Newcastle. Coal is easily available in Newcastle. So if you take coals to Newcastle, you are doing something that is unnecessary. That makes a statement true.
Here is another very famous idiom. Rome was not built in a day means that something required time and patience. True or false? The statement here is true.
Here are some idioms based on trees, plants, and flowers.
If someone is barking up the wrong tree, they are right. True or false? The statement is false. It means they've completely misunderstood the matter.
If someone offers an olive branch, they are making a threat. True or false? The statement is false. They are offering to make peace.
If you nip a problem in the bud, you don't deal with it. True or false? The statement is false. You solve it before it becomes a big problem.
If you grasp the nettle, you deal directly with a painful problem. True? False? The statement is true. Nettle is a plant which stings the hand. Therefore, you are dealing directly with a painful problem.
If someone leads you up the garden path, they help you solve something. True or false? The statement is false. They're deceiving you with false promises.
If someone beats about the bush, they say exactly what they want. True? False? The statement is false. Beating around the bush means that they never clearly say what they mean.
If something withers on the vine, it fails to get results. True or false? The statement is true.
If you can't see the wood for the trees, you are too wrapped up in the details to see the whole picture. True? False? The statement is true.
If someone turns a new leaf, they change jobs. True or false? The statement is false. They're changing their bad habits and becoming a better person.
Coming up is a set of idioms based on religion. I am sure you have heard at least some of them.
If you are caught between the devil and the deep blue sea, you can choose between something unpleasant and something pleasant. True or false? The statement is false. It means that both the situations are so bad that either way it is going to be trouble.
If someone plays the devil's advocate, he is evil. True? False? The statement is false. It means he argues or takes sides in an argument just for the sake of it.
If someone has a cross to bear, they are very religious. True or false? The statement is false. It means the person has a heavy responsibility that he alone has to bear.
A doubting Thomas stubbornly refuses to believe something even when they are shown the evidence. True False. The statement is true. A doubting Thomas is very stubborn and refuses to believe the truth.
To speak of the devil means you dislike the person. True or false? The statement is false. It means you're thinking of or discussing the person when he or she arrives suddenly.
If you are caught between the devil and the deep blue sea, you are safe. True? False? The statement is false. It means you are caught in a dilemma and there is danger both ways.
If someone says they'll do something come hell or high water, they don't want to do it. True or false? The statement is false. They mean nothing will stop them from doing what they want to do. They are actually very determined to accomplish the task.
If all hell breaks loose, there is chaos, confusion, and trouble. True? False? The statement is true. For example, all hell broke loose once the news of the explosion leaked out.
Our last two sets of questions are based on sports and weather. You know what to do. Choose the correct answer.
If something is below the belt, it is unfair. True? False? The statement is true.
If something's a curveball, it is deceptive. True or false? The statement is true.
If you hedge your bets, you risk everything. True? False? The statement is true.
If you have a ringside seat, you are on the last row. True or false? The statement is false. It means you are closest to the action.
If you throw in the towel, you accept a challenge. True? False? The statement is false. If you throw in the towel, you give up.
If the ball is in your court, you're right. True or false? The statement is false. It means it is your turn to respond.
A person who gives a blow-by-blow description gives a running commentary. True? False? The correct answer is true. A person who gives a blow-by-blow description gives a running commentary.
If someone gets the ball rolling, they stop progress. True or false? The statement is false. It means they start something so it can make progress.
A hat trick is a juggling game. True? False? The statement is false. It means 3 wins, one after the other.
If you hit the mark, you are a loser. True or false? The answer is false. You are not a loser. You're right about something. You just hit the mark.
Here is the final set of idioms on weather.
He's not very well and feeling a bit under the clouds, weather, rain, storm. The correct answer is he's not very well and feeling a bit under the weather.
I always try to put some money by for a day. Cloudy, rainy, stormy. I always try to put some money by for a rainy day.
I'll be there come or shine. Nothing will stop me. Storm, rain, snow, sleet. The correct answer is, I'll be there, come rain or shine. Nothing will stop me.
Every cloud has a lining. Gray, black, white, silver, gold. The correct answer is, every cloud has a silver lining, meaning there is always hope.
It, cats and dogs. Shone, rained, snowed. The correct answer is, it rained cats and dogs.
Red is the feeling when people get so angry they lose control. Wind, fog, mist, cloud, sunset. The correct answer is, red cloud is the feeling when people get so angry they lose control.
He's as cold as, he shows no emotion. Snow, winter, ice, frost. The correct answer is, he's as cold as ice. He shows no emotion.
There's a pot of gold at the end of the storm, rainbow, summer. The correct answer is, there's a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow.
She creates in a teacup. Storm, breeze, gale, wind. The correct answer is, she creates a storm in a teacup.
It's always darkest before the dawn, dusk. The correct answer is, it's always darkest before the dawn.
I hope you enjoyed the mini exercises. However, if you still feel unsure, you can go through this VCD as many times as you like. There are just a few days left and there are a lot of things to be learned. So, just continue, build up your confidence, practice English. Start now. Bye and take care.
नहीं है अब तो सोच सोच के जीना, हमको तो अब कोई भी रोक सके ना। नहीं है अब तो सोच सोच के जीना, हमको तो अब कोई भी रोक सके ना। हौसला है दिल में, आंखों में सपने, मिलाने हैं अब वक्त से कदम अपने। चलो तुम साथ चलो, बढ़ो तुम साथ बढ़ो, आशाओं की फलक पर चलो दिन रात चलो। चलो तुम साथ चलो, बढ़ो तुम साथ बढ़ो, ज्ञान की रोशनी में खिलो दिन रात खिलो। कुछ पाने की चाहत हो जहाँ, सपनों की आहट हो जहाँ, हमको तो अब है वो जुनून, पाना है हर वो सुकून। राहों में रहमत के अब है निशान, बदलेगा अब तो अपना ये जहां, अपना ये जहां। पलकों पर सजे हैं अरमान, पाना है अब वो आसमां। खुशियों की खुशबू हो जहाँ, मंजिल है अब तो वहाँ। होगा ना कोई भी अब बेजुबान, जिंदगी ने पाई एक नई सुबह, एक नई सुबह।